Greetings everyone. No skit this week, I'm sorry. You'll just have to wait till next week to see me up to some crazy antics. But I actually have important announcements to make for this video. First of all, we have a new member of the staff, if you will. Stephanie Hughes goes by Goji Girl. She'll be doing art and graphic designs for us for now on. Well, as long as she's around anyway. Which is good because it's pretty much been me for the longest time. I just recently got my wife, so it's nice to have somebody else in here too. And I'm very grateful for her, agreeing to do this. And it's fantastic to really have somebody that's willing to just, out of the kindness of their heart, help you out with something like this. Because I know I can't draw worth a crap, and I can't do any kind of graphics design. So it's good. It's going to be really good to have her around. So, and by the way, look forward to something special from her pretty soon. It'll be nice. And then again, secondly, I'd like to make a shout out to a company, Showa Video. I stumbled across this place by complete accident. I was looking around for films to review long ago, and I found this place called Showa Video. It was actually really what I was looking for, was movies to finish the Gamera series, because I'd already started at that point, and I never bothered to see if all of them were available. I just assumed they were. Well, anyway, I was browsing on the internet, found this little place called Showa Video. I was like, hey, this is cool. Maybe they got, maybe they got some kaiju flicks. I go in there and they actually have two of the films that I needed. Actually, one in particular that I really, really needed. And great prices. Really good deal on shipping too, especially if you order a lot of items. He's got a really nice deal on shipping. It was ran by a fella named Keith, and well, come to find out, I did my first order there, and one of the movies that the movie I'm reviewing today just happened to be one of those films. And I've ordered other stuff since then, and it's just a really amazing place. Got nice stuff like this. Spoiler, future, nice little bit of obscurity there. So again, if you want a good deal on movies, good prices, a bunch of stuff that you can't really find available here on DVD, or if you can, it's really hard, or it's no longer available, shit like that. Good prices. It's nice to have a place like that. So his name's Keith. If you need that kind of stuff, look it up. Search it up. Showa Video. Really fantastic place. Another thing I need to mention is, you'll notice on the title card coming up here, Stephanie drew a monster, a unique monster, all her design for the title card, because I told her I wanted like a unique monster, not always borrowing other people's. Well, she drew up this nice picture, which you'll see later, but we need a name. So I'm terrible with names. Stephanie has made some suggestions, but I really wanted to, not to down on her or nothing, but I wanted to get everybody's opinion. So fans, viewers, I need a really good name for our mascot. So if you would like to email me, either contact me through YouTube or email me at bio _ goji, G-O-J-I 54 at yahoo.com, and just title them like name suggestion for monster or something, so I don't think it's spam or some crap. But no, I really need suggestions. I really do. I'm horrible with names. I can never think of anything that's convincing or really catchy. Also, from now on, you'll notice if my videos are posted elsewhere other than my YouTube account. Eventually, I'm going to slow my post of videos and information to other websites, but I just want to give everybody heads up in case they didn't hear it the last time. I actually have an official website for it with blogs. I'll make all my information will be posted there. Almost every bit of news will go there. Highly doubt it'll be posted elsewhere. It's Kaiju Movie Review, all one word, .blogspot.com. It'll be on the sidebar of my YouTube page. You can look there. So pretty much, if you're going to get most of your information there. So if you want any updates and stuff, you probably want to go there. Other than that, that's all I got going, and I hope you enjoy this week's review. Take care. Greetings everyone, and welcome to Kaiju Movie Review. The movie for today actually surprised me with how good it was. And, like everything else, it's ridiculously obvious that I'm doing a Gamera movie. So this is actually the 7th entry in the series, and out of all the other Gamera movies, when I went into doing all these reviews and actually decided to do the whole series, I haven't seen, there was a good majority that I haven't seen, but this is one in particular I've seen absolutely nothing from. All the others I've seen some type of clip. The only thing I knew about this monster was the spacecraft in it and what the monster looked like. And you'll notice also, this is actually the only Gamera movie out of the original series, or that I've done so far, that I'm reviewing the Japanese version of the film. And mind you, this, and you also notice the video quality is considerably better, just because of I actually have it on a very nice DVD and not a shitty one. Like most of the English releases seem to be just shoved on bulk DVDs, and they don't care about video quality or Japanese language versions. But going into this film, I was actually shocked as to how good it was. This is the last true Showa Gamera movie. I don't care what anybody says, this is the last one. So without further ado, I give you Gamera vs. Zigra, or Gamera vs. Deep Sea Monster Zigra, created in 1971. Train. So we start the film with a nice shot of the moon base, and a narrator like, oh well, this is, you know, the year 19, I think it says it's 1971, and Japan has a moon base, and apparently, I don't know, imagine everybody's got a moon base then, because if one person has it, everybody else has to have it too. So we get a shot of them, the narrator talking, and just kind of blathering on about moon bases, and the ship comes out of nowhere, it's alien spacecraft, and it just starts blowing shit up, you know. Aliens do that in these films. And then we see this small little cart, like, kind of, you know, start driving off from this base that's getting attacked, and a ray hits it, and it kind of like does this neat little effect where it like shifts out and then it disappears. Cut to the Earth. We have this kid and his friend Helen going to see his father that works at, you know, Japanese SeaWorld, which I imagine is like our SeaWorld or SeaLand, whatever. And he's just going to see his dad, you know, hang out, what kids do. They, you know, they get there and they start discussing, and a lot of this, you'll notice a lot of this film has a lot to do with the water. So they end up going to see his dad, and he's this huge, you know, he's like a marine biologist of sorts, and huge into animal conservation, especially marine animals. And so they go out and they start doing all these experiments in the field, and his kids follow him because, you know, they're annoying little kids. In fact, we'll just call them, the main character's name is now just Annoying, because he is, even in the Japanese version, which is weird because most Japanese versions, most kids in these Japanese movies just don't bother me at all, but this kid in particular. Anyway, so they're out on the water just doing experiments, and then they are over by the ocean just checking out, you know, collecting samples and such, and they see this ship kind of into the water. It's like a meteor. Like, no, you know, or there's like, maybe it's a satellite, you know, maybe the satellite got low, and it's like, dude, satellites don't get low like that, but whatever, it's the early 70s, we'll give them that.
隕石かな。地球の周りを回り続けていた人工衛星が寿命が尽きて落ちたとも考えられるね。
So they're like, well, what about the animals? We should go check it out. So they kind of boat out there, kids still in the boat. So it's like this dude's dad and his kid and his friend and one of his dad's coworkers. They go out there and they're just kind of talking, and they disappear. Like the boat just vanishes, and they're inside of a spaceship, or, you know, a strange-looking room that I would imagine is foreign to some extent. And there's this lady just standing there in this weird getup, and explains, you know, like, they're like, where are we? You know, we were just on the water. What is this? And she's like, well, you're in a spaceship. And they're like, no, it's not true. You know, we were just on the water. Like, how the fuck did you get to the water to here? Do you think that's a little weird? Would you just not make the connection that you just magically teleported? Like, no, there's no way. This is impossible. But, you know, she goes on and she starts telling them that she's from the planet Zigra, and they're Zigrans, I guess. And she was sent there to, you know, keep humans from polluting the oceans, because they need they needed, you know, a place to go, a new planet. Because I imagine, I don't remember if they specified it specifically in the movie if their race was expanding or their oceans were shitty. Well, they were trying to keep the humans from ruining a planet with such a beautiful ocean. Since what 70% of our planet's covered in water. And she was creating earthquakes that were doing, earthquakes of magnitudes that they just don't have, like these ridiculously high earthquakes. And she says that she's going to, have a very high earthquake on Tokyo and blow it up, wipe it out. And they're like, why would you want to do this? Why, you don't do this? And like, well, we need a planet, you're ruining it. Fuck you, whatever. We don't care. We want your oceans, man. You can keep the land. We want the oceans.